Now, Theravada looks at that and says, you are attached to the world. You will never become Buddha.
Да, Theravada говорит, ты привязан к миру, ты никогда не станешь Буддой.
And the Mahayana says, you may achieve nirvana, become a Buddha, but that helps no one but yourself. That's very selfish.
А Махаяна, наоборот, говорит, помогай только себе, это очень эгоистично.
So there's no agreement, but I chose the northern Mahayana.
Но он выбрал Махаяну, помогать другим.
And I am attached to the world. I love people. I love nature. I want to reduce suffering, not only for me, but for other people and for nature, if I can. Maybe that prevents me. I cannot become a Buddha. Okay, this is my choice.
Может, какое-то заключительное вот слово, да?
От нас, от всех.
Да,
Ага.
Кто-то что-то.
So we would like to say how the final circle, if you don't mind,
That's
To sum up.
to summarize. So we would like to start.
Кто хочет.
I will start, okay? So it is my pleasure to meet you and thank you very much. And what to say? So I realized the reason of my last day sadness, and because of your very interesting talk and contribution of all of us, I realized what to do and what I will do to reveal the grief and sadness which I have now in my life. It's connected with one story. I do not want to go in details, but it was like something new I opened. So I will continue to work with this sadness and grief. Нужно просто пустить по кругу как символ слова. It's like a symbol of the word.
Чтобы никто не перебивал.
Микрофон.
Очень интересно встречаться, и мне было просто вот жизненный опыт человека, его выбор, и есть о чем подумать, я бы так сказала.
Your life experience was very interesting. Your history is very interesting.
Crazy guy.
Maybe. Maybe, I'm sorry, but I have у меня какие-то свои установки, да, вот для меня это очень сильный опыт.
So she says she has her own imaginations, установки, beliefs, yes, and it's a very strong experience.
Good.
Но
Очень
thank you,
сильно.
Bozan, because you gave даете надежду, да? I'm sorry, I
Hope,
understand.
hope, да, you give hope.
Даете нам надежду, и очень интересно в момент изменить вот этот какой-то в себе что-то.
Yes, she says you gave hope and possibility to change something.
Thank you.
Так, послушали много материала. Для себя сделала такое сравнение, что есть purpose, это есть purpose, есть meaning. Purpose nearest, meaning much deeper and дальше.
Far.
Far.
Yes.
And purpose, it's my target.
Yes.
A meaning, it's my dream.
Да.
Мечта. И в жизни я никогда не достигну мечты, dream.
And in life I will never reach the dream.
Потому что я никогда не смогу сделать весь мир лучше.
be able to make all the work better.
Но ставить свои purpose, свои targets в отношении вот моей мечты, чтобы хотя бы лежать в этом направлении, приблизиться, вот это я смогу.
But I can put my purposes in the same direction as my meaning.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what I can.
И в
Yes.
этом, наверное, заключается, не знаю, смысл жизни
That's
человека.
probably
Yeah.
the meaning of the life.
Бежать в правильном направлении.
To run the right direction.
Лежать, бежать.
To run, to lie, to walk the right direction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My words. Микрофон.
Ah.
С microphone.
Yes.
Значит, я услышала твою историю немножко.
Heard your story. Some.
Я бы хотела о тебе чуть-чуть побольше узнать.
I wanted to know something about you.
Да. Такая насыщенная. Честно говоря, осталось еще пару вопросов, чего-то гения на вопросы там. Но это, я боюсь, мы надолго.
I still have a few questions, plus there are question from
Гения
Kena,
и my question.
Yes.
but I'm afraid it would be for a long time, too much.
Да, да. Вот, но я что-то благодаря тебе я продвинулась с пониманием смысла.
But with your help, I moved a little bit with understanding of the meaning.
Сейчас скажу, что по твоему определению смысла, definition of meaning, your definition of meaning, help me about
Try Russian.
Сейчас по-русски, да, перейду. Я чувствую, что неправильно.
It's late.
Что смысл – это глубокая ценность для меня. Вот.
That meaning is a very deep meaning for myself.
Правильно я понимаю? Да? Правильно
Yes.
запомнила?
Exactly.
Yes. И если весь мир станет ценностью, обретет для меня глубину, если я не перестану выделять, а вот все для меня обретет глубину и ценность,
If everything around me would have the same value and the same meaning,
без исключения,
with no exclusions,
вот тогда я, мне кажется, превзойду этот смысл. Вот,
I would
как вот,
overcome this meaning.
Oh.
вот такой вот. Ну, по крайней мере, для меня вот это вот направление. Я все ищу, как вот, как ты говоришь, что ты
Моя
людей
задача.
любишь, а я вот, я хочу вот,
Yes, смысл.
нет. Превзойти смысл.
So it's so it's my direction. So like you said that you like the people, and so it's my direction as I go.
Познать. Познание этого мира и себя. Познать себя.
So to know yourself, to know myself.
Yes.
Можно спросить, из какого города в Японии?
From which town in Japan?
Cute.
Kyoto.
Cute.
Kyoto.
That's very interesting. И консультации, допустим, они на базе, консультации, допустим, они только для больных этой больницы. Нет, ну просто интересно.
Consultations are possible only
У меня очень
in
эгоистичная
hospital,
цель,
in
мне
medical
кажется.
school,
So
not in medical school, как
In Kyoto?
in
Okay,
Kyoto.
do you serve only the people who are in the hospital? Or?
I serve only in the medical school, but there are other counseling rooms in other departments of the university. For example, the psychology department has a counseling room, the education school has a counseling room, and there are public and private counseling rooms outside of the university.
But you don't.
Возможно, в
But
таких
you don't
местах
serve
взять
there.
консультацию, да.
Because
частные,
I'm a
да.
government
У
servant.
Карла.
Нет, Карл как раз вот Карл только работает вот для тех, кто в госпитале. А вот в госпитале есть еще отдельные
Не, ну
комнаты,
интересно, как бы.
которые с внешними людьми работают, но он в них не работает.
Он только в госпитале?
Да.
You work only in the medical school.
Yes,
Only.
these days.
So no any other consultations. Only in the medical
Потому
school.
что
Any other
государство
consultations
правда.
not possible.
Sometimes
Вот, всё-таки,
friends or referrals.
да.
Someone comes to
По-
me,
по
they
дружбе,
says,
да, не как
you help my
официально.
friend, will you help me? And of course, I will help.
Мгм.
But my office is in the medical school,
Ага.
and my job description is in the
Мгм.
medical school.
Okay, thank you. Then it's clear.
Потому что очень важно
И-
задать правильный вопрос.
Мгм.
И это зависит от непосредственно
Мгм.
Личности терапевта,
личности.
конечно.
Да.
If I open my door,
Мгм.
I will have no time. So many people want to see me. I'm too famous.
Очень много людей захотят увидеть, он слишком известный. Не будет времени.
So I need to use the medical school as a guard
Мгм.
Okay,
to lower the numbers.
okay. Something to defend you.
Yeah.
Понятно.
Thank you.
Да, вот и за рассказ о Японии, вот о своем вот.
Thank you for your story about Japan.
Спасибо, да. О своем экспириенсе вот с умирающим, то, что ты рассказывала.
Не сильно.
Сильно.
Experience for the dead. Dying people.
Первый раз так слышу.
I have been a very bad guest because I have learned very little.
Мгм.
I have talked too much.
Я был очень плохим гостем,
Thank
потому
you.
что очень много говорил, мало слушал.
Maybe we will have another time. And
Ну вот мы теперь говорим. Не перебивай.
So now we talk.
Да-да-да.
Don't interrupt. Well, yeah, also wanted to say, yeah, thank you. It was really nice.
Thank you for
meeting.
translating.
Thank you.
No problem. So, but really, yeah, a very interesting story, very interesting. So that, yeah, in some way that you found yourself at some point. At least you started to feel yourself, and you just you just knew where you go. So, like, no matter what the parents say, no matter what the court say, no matter what happens around, so you had your own kind of a direction, your own beliefs, and you were just following them, and as I understand, improving them on each stage, yes, and getting even stronger while you move. So, well, very interesting story of your life, the way you moved and found yourself in Japan. Very interesting.
It wasn't always easy.
I guess so. Yeah.
Many
So-
years were hungry.
Really? In Japan?
Many years, a few years were sick. Many years were poor. After studying in a monastery, which is very strict Spartan life,
Духовный его, да.
I entered the graduate school in the university with a scholarship, a very small scholarship. One day, by chance, by karma, I met a classmate from Chicago, junior high school, who happened to be visiting Kyoto. And for the first time in 15 years, I was reconnected to my old Chicago friends. They had done very successfully. They had Benz or a Maserati and big house, boat, and they are fighting with the neighbors because the neighbors' dogs are destroying their garden or vice versa. And I started exchanging letters. This is before email. My friends' letters from rich America are not happy. They're busy, worried, fighting. my most expensive possession is a fountain pen, or maybe a transistor radio. Very small possessions, like a monk. I have one room, small garden, cat, sitting, looking up at the moon, stroking my cat. I'm at peace. I don't need that. The Maserati or the boat or the... For me at that time, it was enough. Sometimes I'm hungry, sometimes I'm sick, but step by step, it was okay. The Buddha says, we can only change our attitude. This is like Frankel. I cannot change the world, but I can change my attitude to the world. And by changing my attitude to the world, I felt great inner peace as a 30-year-old graduate student in Kyoto University. I had purpose to become, I wanted to become a Kyoto University professor because the students around me are much better than the students in America in the same day. Very cultured. They know music and art and literature, but they also know science and mathematics and technology. They're rich brains and hearts. So these are the people I want to live with and teach with. And I dream, my, not meaning, but purpose, is to become a university professor. And now I have a goal. And I ask, how to become a university professor? I need so many books in Japanese to write. I need so many prizes or awards from academic institutions. I need so many, and step by step, I write the books, I get the awards. My classmates, Japanese classmates, are all amazed. Why is Becker a professor when I'm Japanese and he is a foreigner? It's not supposed to happen. But the answer is simple. I had the goal, I did all the steps, they did not. When we have a goal, things come to us. For example, 5 years ago, I don't know iPad. Apple iPad,
5 years
5 years ago. And my friend said, Carl, looking at your lifestyle, I think you need an iPad. iPad, possible goal. From that minute, iPad information hits my brain. From the newspaper, from the radio, from the television, from the internet, from my friends, everything is iPad. Did the world change? No. My antenna changed. So if my vision is to be professor, information to become professor comes into my life. If your vision is to become a better mother, a better worker, a better anything, when you define it, like a keyword in Google, you get information. If you don't have the word, the same information.
Нет, все понятно. Тебе нужно?
Ну уже да, я немножко это.
Ну, Карл говорит о том, что
Да.
когда у тебя
Говори
есть
по-английски.
цель, все подтягивается. Да? Коль, правильно?
So
Правильно?
image in our
Когда
mind,
есть цель, все как бы само начинает
Да, то
подтягиваться.
мы
Ты
как бы
делаешь
как
шаги,
нам
степ
настраивается
бай степ.
контент
Да.
в себя, и информация начинает. То есть не то, что я вдруг захотел iPad, и информация стала приходить, она всегда была вокруг.
Да,
Я
да,
не
просто
был
она
настроен.
стала как бы
Я
прямо.
настроился, она ее
Да.
стала воспринимать, она стала через меня проходить.
То есть важный вопрос все-таки, когда я счастлив, да, когда я счастлив, и в этот момент человек...
Важно степ бай степ, шаг за шагом идти.
Да, нет,
Я
это
просто-
про цель, да.
Я не хочу это
да.
трогать, просто по его мнению, какой вопрос важный?
person should ask himself, if I'm
Periodically.
happy, when I'm happy,
If I'm happy or not.
Или какой-то другой.
or any other
Any other
question.
question?
When you say happy, I don't completely like the English word happy.
Мне нравится это слово.
If you mean eudaimonia in
Гармония.
Harmony.
Well,
or something.
in Greek language, means good, daimon is the soul, peace of the soul.
Мир души. Мир души. And how it sounds in Greek?
Well, in English we say eudaimonia.
Eudaimonia. Do you know this one?
Research in happiness is very popular these days. And we have exchanged with the country of Bhutan, because Bhutan has gross national happiness. But Bhutan happiness and Greek happiness is not Disneyland happiness. It's peace of mind.
Мир души, да, и у каждого он разный. Там в Бутане, да, правильно? Вот я понимаю, в Диснейленде, еще
Состояние
где-то.
счастья, да, у всех разное. Людей в Бутане, которые они просто душой это все чувствуют. И у человека, который в Диснейленде, который город скатился.
Его счастье, да,
Разное
это вот
счастье, да.
совершенно разные вещи. So maybe say that it is a work of our soul or
Yes,
something,
yes.
To find our own
Yeah.
peace and happiness. Это
So-
как работа души, да.
To put it differently, my work every day is not happy. It's happy.
Ну да, моя работа не вот такая вот, как бы, счастью такому радоваться каждый день, а как бы вот умиротворение, peace.
Content. Yeah.
Yes, найти мир вот этот.
So ask yourself, what will make you content, at peace, to feel I am doing what I should do. The answer is not always simple, and the answer can change over the
Не
years.
всегда простая, можно меняться.
Thank you. This community, I mean, you people coming here, I think this is probably a good thing. And what I didn't show in my PowerPoint is the third step for grief is talking to people you trust. Community of communication.
Говорить с теми, кому доверяешь, это очень важная вещь, это помогает также в преодолении вот, горя, печали,
Это третий шаг, который он мне так говорил.
которые не
Я вам говорю, что то, что вот мы здесь собираемся, это хорошо.
Окей.
Хорошее место.
Наталья, до другого раза.
В воскресенье приходите. Спасибо.
So that what made you to travel?
To travel.
What made you travel? I mean, that you had peace in your place in Kyoto.
To come to Moscow?
Я живу в Москве.
Oh!
Ты ездишь?
What?
Я говорю, что если бы он такой, ну вот, умиротворил все вот именно в Киото, вот его с кошкой и так далее, то зачем он вот приехал сюда и вообще куда-то?
Selfishness. Let me say, every month I am invited somewhere outside of Japan. To Poland, to South America, to Africa, to London, and almost always I say no, because the pollution I will cause by riding an airplane is more damage to the earth than my speech is worth. I will send a DVD. I teach in Poland by Skype. There are other ways to do without bringing my body. But when I was a boy, before I could read, we danced to Tchaikovsky and Rimsky-Korsakov and Prokofiev, Peter and the Wolf. And when I learned to read, we were reading Tolstoy and Dostoevsky and Andreev and Chekhov and...
In Chicago?
Yes,
Really?
Chicago is full of not only of Russians but Jews and Germans and Poles, and Russian music and Russian literature is world music, is world literature. So this is my world heritage.
You're right. So you decided even to pollute the
Yeah.
site, to pollute the air,
So when they,
just to come to the motherland
Yeah.
of Tchaikovsky.
so when friends in the institute in Moscow say, "Will you come?" I say, "This is a dream of my lifetime. The people I admire, the culture I admire. Can I really go?"
So how it happened? Were you disappointed or not?
No, not at all.
Okay.
The Russian people are rich in heart and rich in culture. It's a wonderful country, and I'm very thankful to meet you and to come here.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for these words.
Thank you for your translator.
Yeah.
That's a hard job. Work is waiting. Since Sunday. I was invited also to St. Petersburg. I would love to see the Hermitage of St. Petersburg. My government says 1 week maximum. Must come back.
Прям стой пока, чтобы там это.
Постой, хочешь. Так, я тебя снимаю.